Hello. In this session, we are going to discuss about the functions of ecosystems and also the types of functions. Like here, to understand clearly the nature of ecosystem, its functioning should be truly understood. And also, the function of an ecosystem is to allow the flow of energy and the cycling of nutrients. And here, the fundamentally like ecosystem functions are exchange of energy and the nutrients, that is in the food chain, and these exchanges sustain plant and animal life on the planet, as well as the decomposition of organic matter and the production of the biomass. And also the main types of these functions would be like primary function and the secondary, but there are the four major types, which is classification like artificial, terrestrial, lentic and lotic. That ecosystem are parts of biomass, like which are climatic system of life and organisms. And in a biomes like ecosystem, there are living and non-living environmental factors, which is known as biotic and abiotic. Here, types of in the types of functions, primary and secondary. The primary function of all the ecosystem manufacture of starch, and also secondary function of all ecosystem is distribution energy in the form of the food to all the consumers. And territory function, that is all the living systems diet at the particular stage. These dead systems are decomposed to initiate the third function of the ecosystem, that is cycling. And the functioning of an ecosystem may be understood by the studying the following terms, that is energy, what is material flow, food chains, food webs and food pyramids. And next session we are going to detail study about the food chain and food web and the food pyramids. And first one is the we have to discuss about the cycles. That is, first one is nutrient cycle. Nutrient cycle, there will be many cycles, that is a carbon cycle, hydrogen cycle, nitrogen cycle, phosphorus cycle. So here nitrate cycles, that is the cyclic flow of nutrients between the biotic and abiotic components, is known as the nutrient cycle, that is biogeochemical cycles. This nutrient enters the producers, which is affected, and the producers to move through the food. And also nutrient cycle refers to the movement and exchange of organic and inorganic matter back into the production of living matter, and the process is regulated by the food web pathways previously presented, which decompose the organic matter into inorganic nutrients. And nutrient cycle occurs within the ecosystem, and the major nutrients like carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen are cycled again and again between the biotic component of the abiotic and biotic component of the ecosystem. And mainly the nutrient cycle, which is represents the repeated pathway of particular nutrients of element from the environment through one or more organisms and back to the environment, which examples, as I said, cycles, that is carbon cycle, nitrogen cycle and the phosphorus cycle. So next one, that is water cycle, also called hydrogen cycle. So that involves the continuous circulation of water in the earth's atmosphere system. And also in the many processes involved in the water cycle, the most important are evaporation, transpiration, condensation, precipitation and the runoff. And although the total amount of water within the cycle remains essentially constant, and a distribution among the various processes is continually changing. And also the water cycle describes how water evaporates from the surface of the earth and rises into the the atmosphere, cools and condenses into the rain or snow in the clouds, and falls again to the surface as the precipitation. And also hence it's important to understand and learn this process, that is water cycle. Firstly, evaporation will takes place, the water cycle starts with the evaporation, and the second one is the condensation, and precipitation, transpiration, and runoff and infiltration will happen. And also here you can see how the water the transfers in the different stages. Groundwater storage, it is going to water storage in seas and oceans, which is precipitation over the overseas, and water storage in the atmosphere, which is in turn with water storage in ice and snow, will be in infiltration, that groundwater discharge will happen. In the groundwater discharge, again the springs and freshwater storage sinking, so that will happen. So the snow melt runoff of the stream, that will be by the water storage in the ice and snow, that will be snow melt runoff to the streams. Here the transpiration, like over the land, transpiration will happen, so the surface runoff will be more, surface runoff will be here more. Next one is carbon cycle. So in the carbon cycle, like carbon is a basic component in all the organic components. Like carbon is present in all the biotic components in different forms as a food. And also the example would be the carbohydrates, proteins, fats, amino acids. And carbon is present in the atmosphere as CO2. And this CO2 taken up by the green plants as a raw material for photosynthesis of different food. And also the carbon cycle is the geochemical cycle by which the carbon is exchanged among the biosphere, pedosphere, geosphere, and to the atmosphere of the earth. So carbon is a main component of biological compounds, as well as the major component of many minerals, example limestone. So here in the carbon cycle, like how the process takes place, it is described by process in which like carbon atoms continuously travel from the atmosphere to the earth and then back to the atmosphere. Since our planet and its atmosphere form a closed environment, the amount of carbon in this system does not change. So the carbon atoms continuously travel to the atmosphere, thus that process will be that takes place. And mainly photosynthesis, decomposition and respiration and combustion. This will take a major 4 steps in a carbon cycle. And also carbon cycles from the atmosphere into plants and also the living things. And also here mainly the major the uses of the carbon cycle would be like it will be regulating the earth's temperature, make up the food that sustain us, and also provide energy that fuels our global economy. And also the most of the earth's carbon is stored in rocks and sediments. The rest is located in the ocean, atmosphere, and other living organisms. These are the reservoirs through which carbon cycles which occurs. So that is a kind of a reservoirs where the the carbon cycle stores. Thank you.